EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Cleveland and the newly named Huntington Bank Field, the home of the Browns. Just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the carry, this is Nick Chubb. Well, that looked like a pretty clear hold. The gain was 5, but let's check the call. The shotgun, a throw for Minshew. He's going to test this secondary right away. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
Early in the game, Mike, sometimes you just can't resist. First play, let's chuck it deep. Let's see if we can get this defense on their heels early. Well, we just saw worst case scenario when doing just that. Not only can you not connect, the ball falls into the waiting arms of this defense, and that one shot is all you got on your opening possession.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. He'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Here's 3rd and 7. Back to throw. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Seahawks will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. This placed in the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They're going to go play action now with Minshew. He's got the connection there. It's Joshua Palmer.
Well, there's not a lot to this route. Man coverage and you got a drag route. Give him a little something off the line and go. Win with speed. Good accurate ball on the front shoulder pad allows him to pick up the rest after the catch and leads to a big gain.
And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
He'll get this complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
From the gun, here's Minshew. He's got his man, the tight end, David Njoku. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
What a luxury. There's certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
They run a toss to Chubb. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Tony Pollard. Touchdown, Browns. That touchdown #1 for him on the year.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That one to the sideline and incomplete, and a penalty flag now comes in late. Maybe no receiver in the area on that one. He'll look to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he's going to be knocked down before he can even think about returning that one. Whoa! On 1st and 10. It's Chubb. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now Minshew. He connects with Palmer on that one. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
This is caught at the 2. To the goal line and in. David Njoku. Touchdown, Cleveland.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Complete to the former Buckeye, Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play. One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. It's the Browns with the advantage. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. They'll run here with Walker. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. The speed on display. He's in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. Rodrigo Blankenship on now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Seahawks are back within 4. It is 14-10. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. We'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here now, 3rd and 5. They'll try and throw with Minshew. Now sets up a screen for Chubb. That screen goes for 12, and that's a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. and there is a lot of room to operate.
Second down and 8. Back is Minshew. He's got his tight end down the field. That's Njoku. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
In order for this play to be successful against man coverage, Mike, two things need to happen. One, the quarterback has to anticipate the break. He has to get that ball out on time. And then the rest is the receiver creating the separation at the top. And when both are accomplished, you can see what the results are.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
To the air on third down, it's Minshew. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. And that one not placed as well as he had hoped. It's all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now off the bootleg. He'll look to throw here. He's going to tuck it and go. And he's out of bounds. Very close to the 40-yard line. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down. Now Walker. Past midfield to the 45. And he's going to take this all the way home. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seahawks. Second touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. And this one is blocked. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the end zone. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. He'll be brought down after a short pickup to about the 29. Here's a 2nd and 9. Minshew out of the pistol here. On throw, right side, taken by Njoku. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
That one intercepted. Picked off by Tyrel Dodson.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. There's the big tight end, Fant. No touchdown, but they are close. Going to be first and goal. They've got it at the 3.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end, but in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert first downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup.
Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Seattle. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown.
Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Minshew now to throw on 1st and 10. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Minshew. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. It's a nice start to the drive. A gain of 10 and a quick 1st down. To throw, Minshew. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. And now he loses the football. The Seahawks scoop it up.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage. And I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight. But it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself. And in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover. This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this 1st half. The Seahawks going to bring their kicker out and try a field goal. This will be a 38-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Seahawks going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the 1st half. So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 1st half of play. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. First and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27. They'll come up on the second down and 8. Once again, it's Walker. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. Here's a third down and 4. He'll drop to throw. He'll get this complete to Walker. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
First down, Seahawks.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it'll bring up second down. First run of the game here with Zach Charbonnet. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
Back to throw. Outright Smith and Jigba has it. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
A handoff, running left, it is Walker. Good blocking to the 15. And he will score again. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seahawks. He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in one game. That's his third of the game, his 6th this year. Now Blankenship for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Seahawks will extend this third quarter lead.
Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. On first and 10, it's Minshew. This one complete to Palmer. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
They'll go with Chubb. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. Second and 11. From the gun, here's Minshew. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on 2nd down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to 3rd. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
They'll fake the give, and now it's Minshew. That one, take it in. Joshua Palmer, touchdown Browns.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. Now an opening past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's to the right side and incomplete. Jackson Smith and Jigba, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a 2nd down. The run up the middle, it's Walker. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. On 1st down, here's Minshew. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
At this point, Mike, it's just hard to trust him to make good decisions with the ball, which is really a shame. And we both had really high hopes for this quarterback coming into the game. He was able to shake off the first 2 picks, but then there's a 3rd, then there's a 4th. And now after this 5th, you have to strongly consider whether you want to sit this guy for the remainder of this game.
Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the third quarter. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. We'll have more Thursday Night Football after this. They'll go big, 3 tight ends in the formation for 1st and goal. Let the fullback try to power it home. Powering forward. He's in. Touchdown, Seattle. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
The extra point, up and good. And the Seahawks will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the end zone. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Throwing on 1st and 10, it's Minshew. Quick throw here is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
And at this point in the game, trailing by this much, you're just trying to get something positive going. And even if it doesn't alter the outcome of this week's game, Mike, you're trying to build on some things that you can take into next week's practice, build off of and learn from, and hopefully carry into next week's game to hopefully have a lot better performance, especially here offensively.
He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. To the air once more is Minshew. There's a short throw caught by Njoku. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. And it sets up 4th down.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
Timeout Seahawks. That is their 2nd. So the Browns going to bring out their kicker and try a field goal. This a 42-yard attempt. Oh, and now look at this. It's a fake. And that'll be incomplete. How about that call? A fake field goal, but it doesn't come off as planned.
Let's give this defensive unit a lot of credit. They come out thinking they're going to defend a field goal try, and next thing you know, they're defending the fake. But they were all in the right position. They were all executing their responsibilities. They don't fall for anything, and what was once a good drive has now come to an end.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Starting this drive on the ground, here comes Charbonnet. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go again here with Charbonnet. Has an opening. Past the 40. A big gain. They finally get him down, but hold everything. There is a flag on the field. Here's a run inside, and it's Charbonnet. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. This one into the hands of Smith and Jigba. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Oh, no fair catch, and he pays the price. Big shot to make sure this return didn't even get started. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The shotgun, a throw for Minshew. That'll be batted away, incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Throwing on 2nd down is Minshew. He connects with Palmer on that one. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Here's Minshew now on 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Big Leonard Williams that time forces his way in for the sack. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Back is Minshew.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
On 3rd and long, it's Minshew. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
go. Let's go.
On first down, they'll start with Charbonnet. And a short pickup here, brought down just shy of midfield. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
Okay, ready?
So it's a win here for the visiting Seahawks. They're able to bounce back after a difficult loss a week ago, respond with a much better overall performance, and it culminates in a victory.
You say my look good in my tight little dress. Rock it up and me make the man them obsessed. Put in the work when we dance and we sweat. Dangerous when you get smooth like the skin on my face. Draw figure eight when we wind up my waist. Bumper and boom, we no need the wait. If you get it, all night. If the lights went down, get your keep that baby. You wanna drop it down, pick it up, turn around, lift it up for you all night. Bet you wanna get some of my dirty love, baby. The boys them all want me. Them girl I get salty. When I'm talking spicy. It make you want bite me. You just want the flavor. 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 Come on, baby, what you tryna do? I'm tryna pull up on you like a drive-through. I wanna know if we rockin', would you keep it cool? Take trips and private dinners just for us two. Yeah, he buy me Givenchy dresses and feed me breakfast. Immaculate, loving when he show affection. The balcony, over like he's stretching. And I ain't never out like wrestling. Back on it. Got all these boys mad cause I passed on it. I'm a flop. Come on, baby, spin a bag on it. Yeah, we so extra, feeling like young in the rest.
Ready, set. Hut. Go.
Yeah, you better pat me down and pray for peace before you let us in. My jettison is full of carnivores and lettucemen. You pushing positive, then we can be the best of friends. We drink the fire from the fountain in excellence. Open stores, open doors like a Trojan horse.
Here we go.
No remorse, I make law fact like college course. Making seconds to records, the textures you could never touch the circle like rolling. You overstepped your effort. I'm the shepherd and leopard.
Let's go
I'll pull
now.
you back together.
Ready?
You fall apart, I'll build it back but better. I'm a scoundrel with my pen works adventures. My punchlines are too
Here we
raw
go,
for glass
set.
jars and